Hello, this is Icing Quinn with a new Subnautica video. This is the first update and hotfix for the Xbox One preview series. There are some problems with it. I'm going to try and show how to get past some of those issues and get your base up and running very quickly, actually. Mainly through resources, and right now, at the making of this video, there's an issue with the solar panel blueprint, so you'll have to use the console commands for that. I'll show you how to do it. So let's cover the resources first. I think everyone knows where to get titanium. It's just about everywhere outside. Important note, the bases have changed. Without power, you will have water inside your base, no air. They still have those fish going through. And excuse me, if you build too much without reinforcing or hatches, you will start to get tears in your structure, which means it's very difficult to put glass in with a lot of reinforcement. So you'll need lithium for that, or with the hatches you will need to get silicon rubber. So let's start with, well, I guess the titanium. As I said, I think everyone knows, but pretty much anything's dropped on the ground, we'll get it. I've already got the sea moth here. Glider. So this is titanium. Pretty easy. And next, what we want to do, we'll start from the ship over here, is you'll be needing silver, and obviously resources like this is salt. Hopefully you can get some blueprints later so you won't have to pick up salt. So we'll go over to here, up the surface. Silver and copper are key ingredients. So let's start with the silver, actually. So we come outside of the pod, and you'll immediately see at my base, immediately see, I guess, this particular shape here. And then beyond it, when it pops in, there is a wreck. Oh, there it is. So this is the direction you want to go. Toward a wreck, and this quartz. You want quartz as often as possible. I'm going to pick up any more titanium because it's taking up space right now. Interesting structures over there. So we go past this, and you can see the geyser right here. This is where you'll get most of your silver and gold at the start of the game. I'm going to go up the surface, get some air. I'm using 2 tanks. Build those with just straight titanium in the escape pod. So what you want to do is, while you're down here, look around in these openings, and you'll see some outcrop, or I guess sandstone collections. So you want to target those, but you want this to stop. Now, get over near the side, and always have some med packs on you. And when it's calmed down, going in, then let's just break these. So that was silver. Silver again. Silver again. And some gold. Let's let this erupt one more time. You can survive if you're not in it too long. Definitely with some med packs. You should always have your med pack machine producing med packs. Just every time you get one, take it and put it in storage. So we got silver and gold. That was pretty easy. Surface, get some air. We'll go back to the escape pod. Not that way though. Here's the escape pod. Again, you'll be looking for this wreck and that little U-shaped tube. I guess it's a coral tube, or coral tube, I guess. Drop in there. We're going back over here. Now, one problem you're going to find is you can scan the blueprints or the fragments to the solar panel all day, and at least for me and many other people, you'll not get the blueprint. Some people have done a hard restart that's going down to holding the off-on button on the Xbox for 10 seconds and starting over, and that seemed to work for some people, didn't for me. So next we're going to come out and that's the direction we just went, so we're going to go in the opposite direction. So we're going to get night here. I would suggest you use the Sea Glide if you have it. Don't, or if yours is dead like mine. I have no way to exchange a power source, so we'll just ignore that for now. It does work a little bit, I guess. It's getting dark, so it's going to be difficult to show you where we go, particularly without light. So there are some bugs here with the... We're going to go back for now because you can't see the route. Doesn't do us any good. So what I'll do is I'll hold the video until we have daylight and then return. Let's get back here. Pause it and be right back. And we are back. So we're outside again of the escape pod. This is the direction we went earlier, with the little shaped tube there. So now that's my base over there. So now we want to go this way. We're going to have to pass through these creeper vines downside. There might be a couple tunnels down there, but that looks like a pretty short tunnel. So I'm going to suggest you skirt them. But it's the direction of the creeper vines, opposite direction for where we went, where you want to go. Well, obviously you can get the creeper vine bulbs here, or we're going to probably get bit one way or the other. And now you'll notice we're in this sort of rocky terrain, sort of outcroppings everywhere, and these manatee creatures are here. So we're going to go up and get some oxygen. They hang around the tube, the tunnel is what we're looking for. So after you pass straight through there, you'll see that we have all these outcroppings and openings, pits. So we keep on going. Here. Off, and yeah, there's some strange lighting effects going on in the game still. You can still see we have these outcroppings. There's a tunnel there, actually. That's the other end. Well, this is one tunnel. You have to let them pop in. You see all those popping in? Might be the other end of the tunnel. Come on out. Yes, it is. Okay. So we have it right here. On the top, you'll find outcroppings on occasion. I've harvested a lot of them. These will have the highest concentration of copper that you can find. I've put it back for now, but you can reconfigure the buttons. So if you're hunting fish, I suggest the left trigger button instead of the A button, because that way you can catch the fish a little bit easier without having to take your hand off, but that's up to you. You can always configure it back. So you see, I think we've got 2 pieces of copper so far. Bug, this is lead. Now they're including lead in the game this way as well, versus manufacturing like we used to. The copper is invisible, so if you don't get it while you're hitting it, you may not see it. Now I've noticed that sometimes when I come back it is visible. These manatee like to live at the opening. I call them manatee. These strange alien creatures like to live at the opening of the cave. And if you go into the cave or tunnel, there's still more stuff. You gotta let them pop in. They're having a few issues. It's not a perfect patch, but I think they made some headway there. We got more lead there. And invisible. Where it went to. See it here too long, so I drowned. Try one more. That is titanium. Okay, one more. Titanium. I've picked up a fair amount of copper, but now we get some more copper. Okay, let's head on out of here. So I did this without the sea glide. I think it's safer with the sea glide, but these manatee will get very irritated with you. And then finding your way back should be easy because you have the marker from the escape pod. Now, when you start getting a lot of lag, one fix is I'm going to try and go around the side here. Pick up some more titanium on my way, and we're going to deal with food next. I'll show you how to incoming. I'm going to go back to the escape pod. This, my base happens to be right here, so I'm going to drop this off in my base and give you a few pointers on base building. In order to have the base, you're going to need solar panels to start with. You are basically going to have to use the dev commands for solar panels because you cannot get the blueprints. I've even tried getting the blueprints with the development console, and I can't get them. So you're just going to have to basically spawn them in locations. It's going to look ugly, but hopefully they'll have a patch for that. So here's here. Maybe. And we're going to go. Storage. Store my copper and my lead together, and now you use the right trigger to move things over to A, which is good. Copper. Always grab the med packs and store them. You don't need them. I won't tell you to keep a couple on you because it's up to you. You want as many med packs as possible. Presently, I put my copper and I have to segregate those later. Okay. I prefer doing doubles around the four corners. Go up top. Well, I'll show you about the food. If you go to the one island, I'll show you how to get to the island. This plant, if you notice, we'll go ahead and pick a couple of these. Won't eat them. I see 13 food, 11 water. That's pretty good. And then the other one I keep, this is the operations office. I need another window over there. Is this tree because it's good for water. Take a sample of it. Got a lot of water. I wanted to take a look at the number on that. So plus 3 food, but plus 10 water, so that's good. Now, I've already found the prints for the water filtration system, which is great, and you can actually find them on the way to the island to get everything you need for food, and that's where we're going next. I suspect you've been to the island if you're playing the game, but if not, we'll go there. Instead of swimming there, I am going to take the sea moth. You can use the glide or the sea moth. Now, if you once you well, let's do the solar panel first. So solar panels. Show you how to spawn. Oh, here's a solar panel. Stay on this side so these guys don't attack me too much. Let's see if we can scan this. Yeah, this is what happens when you... Oh, this is a bioreactor fragment. It figures. First time I ever found one of these here. Got that blueprint now. Okay. So, to put down a solar panel, they're sort of floating in the air here. And I hope to change this once I have it fixed. Right bumper, left bumper, and A at the same time. And then item, the item you want, solar panel. And if you want more than, well, you don't want more than one of this, but if you were to ask for another item, you put the number of the quantity after word. And it's going to spawn probably in the air. I try to get them as close as I can, but I didn't try too hard this time. And then just do that, and you see it appears there, and let's see if it's even connecting. It's so high that I don't think it's... No, it is connecting. Okay, so that's how you're going to have to do the solar panels until they get that bug fixed. But at least it allows the game to be playable. So we're going to get this just for time's sake.
Welcome aboard,
And
Captain.
the prints I have found on the way to the island, we're going to start from the escape pod, are the battery, power recharger, and get turned around here. There it is. Power recharger, and what was it? The water filtration. So you want your escape pod when you're looking at the back of the Aurora. You want to turn the opposite direction, and you can almost see it from here in the distance beyond the geyser. I can keep above water here so you can see it. You can see, possibly, depending on how it's coming across on YouTube right now, there are, I'll avoid that geyser. There are some spots in the air. Those are actually bases in the air that have, well, they've resolved, but the island hasn't resolved. I'm not sure why. I don't know if they want to keep the island hid or not. And so we'll just go to the island quickly. Okay. We're getting closer. And you can see one base on the bottom, two on each two mountain peaks. You want to go to each one and scan everything so you can get all the items to use at your facility, like desks and particularly the interior planting pot. That's where I got that, and all the plants. I won't take a tour of the island. You can explore it if you haven't been there. If you have, then you know where to go. This is for those who have not been to the island. It hasn't changed much. The pop-ins are a little bit different. You can see the waves change a little bit as we approach the island. But I'm not sure if the game mechanic actually uses the island to increase the crest of the waves or not. And be careful, because you could run into it before it pops in. This is the island as it pops in. There's a beach over to the right-hand side. There, because we want to leave from there before it gets too dark. Here's a beach that you can park on. Pops in, you'll have a path, you can go up to everything. Oh, there's some lithium right here. So, you can find lithium on the island. It's not as readily available as on what I call Lithium Island. And this is it. You just, go make your way up there. Hopefully the post graphic will pop in. Now, leaving from here, we're going to see if I can show you the fragments. I have taken them mostly, but I'll show you the locations. I'm lined up with heat signature comes naturally in the game when you first start. Lined up with the pod. Just turn on the lights. Too much here so far. And I'm not sure if they've moved the location of all the items, because I remember the water filtration fragments were in another location. There's also a poster in that location you can get. I haven't picked up anything new. Here we go. You want to go beyond this area for the recharger and the water filtration. It will be in a sandy area. There's also a bug where the creatures non-stop make noise. I think this is called the Great Reef here. Other side of the Great Reef. And it's not very deep. You can actually just swim out to it. I'd suggest a sea glide or just go into the... To get the fragments for the sea moth, you can pick those up inside the supervine biome. Although I did get the mobile construction unit over here. I was in a hurry to get to the island, so I used the sea glider. Okay. I'm close to the base, so what it is going back this way. Between the Kaiser. So on the other side of these here. Weeds and the island. This location you're going to start finding fragments, and these fragments will be of a number of things, but one is the recharging unit, which is very handy to recharge your power cells. And the other is, well, it's a bioreactor here too. I just got the other part back at my base location, as you saw. Here we go. Drop and see which one this one is. Recharger, mobile construction unit. It's not very far from the base. So go ahead and hop out. And picker scanner. Oops. Color scanner. There are some sand sharks around here. There we go. Always get disoriented out of this thing. So this is the modification station. Oh well, that's... Oh, the modification station is here too. You don't have to move yet. Another one. This side. Two more there. And more. Nope, not even one more. And you can get lithium and gold in this area as well. Picking sand because this is where I found most of the... outcropping. And you know, if you're having a hard time finding fragments, you can always leave the game, come back in. Drop just about every time. Literally drop. Stop. Fragments over here. Not going to spend too much time because it's not that area, although I suspect there's some good fragments there. It's much closer to the starting point than, or the geyser, than it is to the island. Here's another. Let's see what this one is. By the way, starting around backward. Sideways. Solar panel. So this is what will happen when you use a solar panel. Nothing. I don't even get titanium now for it. So. You can see how close we are to the base because the solar panel spawns around the base. Another one. Hopefully this is another solar panel. Another solar panel. A solar panel. Try this last one. It's a solar panel one. It's a solar panel. I got the idea. Kit. Okay, let's go there. Scan it. Solar panel. Okay, well, out here are the other fragments. It all depends on, I guess, your luck. I'll have to get back here so I can get the other. Okay, so let's go to Lithium Island next. Let's go ahead and return to Cape Pod. There we go. Came up a little bit too high there. And keep an eye out for any fragments. Definitely, I mean, there are fragments in here, but I did not find them there. I found them just beyond this biome here. There's plenty toward the Aurora as well, and I've also found right on the what I call Lithium Islands, the second or the other island. I found fragments for the Cyclops as well. I don't have all of those yet. So if we come back here, we're going to come out of the pod. Again, I'm going to use this for time's sake. And you can find the sea moth fragments in the creeper biomes around here, and probably back there too. So I'm going to turn in the direction facing away. Don't have the compass yet. I haven't built it. And so, well, see, there is the escape pod, and we want to go with the side of the Aurora away from us. And again, you want to be careful how fast you travel if you have the sea moth, the sea glide, because things will pop in and you'll hit them. I do suggest traveling underwater. It gets fairly shallow areas here. I'm just trying to avoid these, but pretty much a straight line opposite. You can always turn back and look at the Aurora. And this won't bring you directly to it, but it'll start popping in. You'll start seeing what I refer to as the Pillars of Atlas, or Hercules, sorry. Gates of Atlas. Pop in first. They'll look like two large stony columns sticking out of the water. Sort of like those. See, come on, nope. We're not there yet. Well, there's plenty of fragments in this area too. Popped in rather quickly. Should know to bring a second power cell with me also, but I don't know if any of these creatures are actually around, because every creature is making a sound in this game. So. Go. Let's see it dropping here. Pull up. Yeah. Be off just a little bit. We're going to turn a little bit more to the right. Okay. Looks like they're starting. There it is. Right at it. So, these are actually not pillars that just stick out the water. They're the island. Actually, I want to get on the other side. You don't want to be facing the Aurora because the island's opposing the Aurora, and you don't want to have the graphics snap in with you in the middle of the island. See a couple pillars sticking out, continue to approach. Should start to pop in. Slow travel here. Goes a bit more. Appears to be a peak, but it's actually not. And they said, you know, that they're The optimization, they try to optimize, but you know, that's sort of the last bit they do. So hopefully it'll optimize them more. This is the beach that I use right here. There's a couple more on here. You can see there's lithium just sitting there waiting for us. Now there are crab creatures here, so you gotta be careful. And there are piranha in the water. Already got one there, so let me get my knife out. Instead of attacking them, I just try to avoid them. Go. So go ahead and grab some lithium. If you have a med pack, well, I'm used to the trigger, so they don't do that much damage. And then up the side of this cliff, you can get a lot of outcroppings. There's also flying creatures on the island now. So if you move along the beach and you move side to side, you can pretty much jut around these guys. They're not very fast. They don't do a lot of damage. You actually spend more time fighting with them, particularly with a little bit of lag that you get when they jump. Here's another component. Let's see if it's something useful. Seamoth upgrade fragments. Now let's go. Sounds great. Have that one yet. I'm not even going to bother with the knife since I'm not going to be attacking them. A little bit of lag swirling around here. And yeah, just avoid these guys, walk on the beach. There's also some trees here. Those are the same trees on the other island. You get those. That's the one that produces more water. Anything. And there's lithium over here, I believe. Yep. I don't know what the flying creatures do. They might be dangerous. Okay. Hit a few times there. I stuck on a pop-in. Go grab some more lithium, and I think you got the idea. Head back to the... And, you know, stay here as long as you want. These things, you can kill them. They still respawn, but you can at least clear it out for a little while. There's plenty of things on the island. The outcroppings will have diamonds. So you get plenty of diamonds. Silver here too, and gold. Less silver than gold and diamonds. So the original source that we went to, the geyser for silver, so far seems to be the best that I've found. Not grabbing. Like I said, I switched it back to the A button for this, but using the left trigger seems to be easier. There's the flying critter. Lots of lag pause here. Island has a lot of things to lag. Once it gets probably popped in completely, I have less difficulty with it. Oh. See, I've already gone up this facing once, so I've removed the diamonds, but it's the outcroppings that we'll have. The diamonds in them. More lithium, I'll grab it. The thing you do have to watch, I've never had it happen, I don't know if you can actually fall and hurt yourself, is when those creatures hit you, they will stagger you forward or backward, and that can cause you to fall off a cliff. And there's some precarious places on this island that you can go to. We'll try going up this way, see if any of the outcroppings respawn. Pretty much was a line of them straight up through here, and I imagine they respawn at some point. I don't know what time frame. Have that configured. And more lithium. And again, you need the lithium because I'm not going to pick that piece up. You want to reinforce your base so it doesn't up here. Put some lithium there because I'm looking for an outcropping. Some in here. This cave is always entertaining with the crab-like creatures. See you. I hit this. Gold. Let's see if we can get a diamond over here and avoid that guy from hitting us. Invisible. Okay. Yeah, you run over there or hit us. One or the other. I can't. Here. Invisible. That was gold, though. Come up. Get another hit from these guys. Gold again. Not having luck with the diamonds. You can also find diamonds off that first island as well. Gold. Interesting sound it makes when you find it. Visible. But I think you got the idea. Guys. Hurt me. Well, more outcroppings. Oh, inventory's full, so I'm not going to get anything anyhow. There could have been some diamonds there, I was just wasting this.
Caution. Dehydration detected.
I have to drink some water. As I mentioned before, in the area I found 2 solar panels is where I got the water filtration. It's just 2 fragments. It was pretty easy. And mine were right next to each other. I imagine they're in close proximity. I have to drink some water before I leave here.
Vital signs stabilizing.
And there's plenty, if you've not been to the island, there are
Aboard,
plenty
Captain.
fragments in this area. And going further in that direction toward the sand biomes, you will find more of the Cyclops fragments. I'm looking down here to see what I have. So I'm not going to have you head back with me because I think you have the gist. So that is how to get enough to get started to where you don't have to look for food, worry about food, and power and a base. So you can spend your time looking for other things like these engine fragments. I wonder if I'm going to wait to see if there are any run out here. Maybe not. Let's try it. Got the fragment blueprint for that. I think this is not an engine fragment, so scan it. They found me there. There's a product. I was waiting for him. Okay, well, I think you got the idea. This is Ice and Quinn. You can catch me. I'll be broadcasting this also on Twitch. And more, I'll be doing more episodes on YouTube. This is just sort of a catch-up because I think most people have done this already who've been playing it. If you're new, then, well, then you've got some great information to start with and get caught up. I've already got 1/3 of the Cyclops, so I just need to find the moon pool and a few other things. So yeah, again, this is Ice and Quinn. You can catch me on Twitch as Ice and Quinn. You can hear on YouTube as Ice and Quinn. You can follow me at Rudolph Pearson on Twitter. If you like this video, give it a like, or leave a comment, or subscribe and follow. Thanks very much. Remember to have a good day.